Hey, welcome back to the Let's Play world. As you may have seen in the intro, we've done a bunch of mining for ancient debris since the last episode. I actually did a lot more than I showed in that little time lapse, because otherwise it would have been several minutes long. But you can see, like, it goes all the way over there and quite big, and if we pull up the map here, we can see we've did a big chunk. Pretty much everything in that little time lapse was just this section here. And then I've, mined out here and whatnot. And from all that mining, we got full netherite armor and full netherite tools. And I think I have like one piece of ancient debris extra. We will eventually need some more for backup tools and also for a project that I've got in mind. But for now, that's plenty. Let's see how much netherite we picked up. Well, we got a decent bit of blackstone, some quartz, gold, some gravel, and then tons of netherrack. I don't know what we'll use that for. Maybe eventually we'll smelt it up into nether brick and do a big build with it or whatnot. But that's not the only thing we've got done in the nether. Let's go up this ladder and I'll show you something. So up the top here, we've got a little temporary nether hub area with tunnels like up in the ceiling area, so we're not traipsing around on those islands down below with all the endermen and being able to fall. But we get this big tunnel area here. It's centered on 0, 0 down there where those torches in the center are. We moved our spawn portal up here as well. Here, I'll go free cam and go down here, show you. Down this way. That's our way back down to the bottom of the nether, and then that's our spawn portal right there. This is just a temporary for now, like a little safe way. I do have plans for a really cool nether hub design. I've already got the design figured out and everything. It's just a matter of gathering the materials and actually building it. But for now, this little temporary area will do. Down this tunnel, I've got another project that I was working on. While I walk down there and go down the ladder, how about I show you the process of me building it? Yeah, check it out. So yeah, this is our blaze farm. Designed it myself and we built it. Right now it's in like a big box, but eventually with my plans for the nether, this area will be cleared out and it won't be, stuffed in this little cage here. But it works for now. It's what I've been using to repair my tools and whatnot. So let's go ahead and turn it on and I'll show you how it works. So we flip this lever and inside there, here, we'll go free cam so I can more easily explain. So in here, we got the blaze spawner, right? And so blazes spawn and because they're not aggroed, they slowly drift down, like those ones just do, and they get grabbed by the various minecarts. Sometimes it gets stuck like this, but because it's on slopes, once that blaze decides to move, it'll fix itself. It's pretty rare that it hits just perfectly to stop both minecarts. That should, yeah, see, there you go. It fixed itself. Alright, and then so it grabs the blazes, and it takes them either to this side or this side, and it brings them up to this activator rail that drops them inside these little cages. So this lava doesn't hurt them, but in one of the more recent updates, or I don't know, it could have been a while ago now, they made it so that blazes got moved in lava, so they get put in this lava and get pushed over this way, right up against this trapdoor, so they're right next to this rail line. And then I've got a minecart going back and forth on either side, picking them up. And then it brings them up to the center area and drops them in here. Now, if you guys know how blazes work, you might have noticed a small flaw in this design, which could be fixed if I put a crush. Okay, so the issue is that if I attack these guys when there are blazes floating inside the chamber, the ones inside the chamber get aggroed, and they no longer sink down. They just sort of float there because they're angry at me. And so the minecarts never pick them up, and they take up space in there, and, you know, more don't get to spawn. One way to fix that would be to add a system in here, like a crusher that brings these guys down to one hit, or like a dispenser that puts out a snow powder bucket that damages these guys quite a bit down to 1 health, because if you kill them all in one hit, then they don't have time to send out like that aggro signal to the rest of them. But I designed and built all this before I realized that problem. So what I've been doing for you, like eventually I might add the system in to fix it or whatever, but for now what I do is I let them build up there in there, and we've got a ladder here in the back, so the entity, man, you can't really see that. We got a ladder here in the back that you can barely see, so that entity cramming doesn't kill them, so you can get as many in there as you want. So what I do is I wait for one to spawn, I watch them go down, and as soon as they're all in the minecarts, I go ahead and kill all the ones in the chamber, and then I get the XP, and it doesn't aggro any that are floating in there. But that's just a temporary solution for now. But it also gives us tons of blaze rods. Let me turn this off first, and then I'll go show you, just from using this to repair the tools for the ancient debris grind, let me go show you how many blaze rods we've gathered up. Alright, so I had forgotten I don't have all the blaze rods just in a chest. I built a little temporary smelter thing here. We've been having a real hard time gathering up enough coal to smelt all the stuff we've got. So that's another reason I wanted to build the blaze farm, is so we'd have plenty of fuel. Well, as you can tell, we've got several in there. These hoppers are full up, and so is the chest, and we've already smelted a bit, and we got lots more to smelt. But yeah, so now our fuel problems are all solved, and so is our XP problem. I know we just built the zombie grinder over here, and I don't know if I've actually shown you guys this, but over here at the zombie grinder, we moved 2 clerics over here to trade the rotten flesh for more emeralds. I may have shown that, I'm not sure. But I know we just built this thing, but it is very slow, and mainly the main reason I wanted to build that was because we had found the spawner up on the surface, and I thought it was pretty cool. So, you know, we've got that, but for our actual XP needs, we've got the blaze farm, which is pretty handy. Also, you might see we've got this little guy. I'm not sure what we'll use him for yet, but we got a happy ghast, and we just got to make him a saddle. Let's actually see if we can make him a saddle right now. What do you need for that? Oh, there it is. 2 glass, a wool, and 3 leather. We definitely have that. Alright, let's get us some wool. I'm thinking a red one, so we can make a red saddle for this fella. We've got our ghast harness. Come here, buddy. Hey, look at him. He's so cute. I love these happy ghasts. They're super useful for moving stuff, like moving mobs around and whatnot, which will be useful because we're gonna wind up moving lots of mobs because of the channel rewards thing I have going on Twitch, where you can claim and name a mob. Right now we've got those 2 turtles claimed, and then someone's got a axolotl. Another thing that we wound up getting while in the process of working on the blaze farm is we've got 3 wither skulls. So that's enough to fight the wither and get ourselves a beacon, which will be super handy for digging out areas and whatnot, but also eventually I'm going to need to get lots of beacons because I like to use them for decorations and stuff, and the centerpiece of our Nether hub build uses one, so we'll need one for that. So what I'm thinking, even though it won't be necessarily the most exciting, is we're gonna go ahead and fight this guy down in the mines here. just to go ahead and get this Wither Star, and then we can work on... Next episode, we'll work on either making up an iron farm or a gold farm or something to get enough blocks to actually build the beacon. But we can go ahead and fight this guy. We come on down here. And let's pick a tunnel, like a long tunnel. Let's go down this tunnel. This one should be good enough. Alright, we dug out this little spot. And let's go ahead and summon him. It should be a pretty easy fight. They are pretty easy to take down when you've got him trapped down like this. So yeah, let's take him out. Got to back up so his explosion doesn't absolutely demolish us. Alright, let's get him. I know this is a really intense, thrilling fight, but we did get me with the weather effect. Yeah, I'm taking some damage, you know. It's not completely free. Oh boy, that was the toughest fight of our lives. Eventually, sometime just for fun, we'll take on like a bunch all at once, or we'll do some like fun weather fights. But just for this first one, I just wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way so we can get our Nether Star, because some of the projects we've got coming up and ideas that I have would definitely benefit from having a beacon, and I'll be able to get out videos and whatnot to you guys a little faster. So let's go ahead and take this back up to the surface, and we'll go ahead and craft the beacon. We won't be able to build the beacon pyramid yet because we are dangerously low on iron and whatnot. Alright, here we got the ingredients. And our first beacon. Nice. Our first beacon, we'll just go ahead and place this in the inner chest for now, till we get up enough stuff to use it. But as you can see, we've got like no iron. We are smelting up a little bit in here. And we've got a little bit of gold, but next episode we're going to need to make either a gold farm or an iron farm so we can get enough blocks and whatnot for the beacon pyramid, and also so we can make hoppers and all that sorts of stuff. One thing I'd like to go ahead and do is, since we've got that temporary nether hub, I want to connect up the swamp here, one for the witch huts, because there's one here, and I think that's one as well. But also so that we can get some slime and maybe get a slime farm going there. And then I would also like to connect up here. I want to connect up that amethyst geode we found. So first things first, we need to get more obsidian because we only have 14 right now. And I know a place we can get that real easy. So I like to build my portals 3x3 just because building on an uneven center is a little easier for like decorations and whatnot. So if we're going to do two 3x3 portals, that's 12 each, so we'll need about 24 obsidian, which we should be able to get real easy right here. And then the next step is we need the coordinates of where we want to do the portals. The amethyst geode one, I'm going to have to actually go over there and figure out where exactly we want the portal, but for this one we can look at the map. I'm thinking let's do it closer to this one, because this one looks like it's got more water around, so it's maybe a little bit more mob-proofed already. So let's pick a spot right here. -740, 240. So I'm going to write that down. Alright, so we divide that number by 8, and we get this one, -92.5, 30, and so that tells us which way we need to go. So I like to make my tunnels for whichever way. I use the main cardinal direction tunnel for whichever number is bigger. So we need to go -92, which would be this way. So let's dig this out to -92. Alright, here we are at -92, and then we want to go +30, right? Yeah, +30. I'll see you there. Alright, here we are at -30, and we'll go ahead and put in lighter up. And if we did everything right, we should be at the swamp. We are indeed at the swamp. It's nighttime right now, so you can see if we need some slimes just for temporary slime blocks until we get a farm. We can come here and kill these guys. And we're right next to the witch hut, which is awesome. Eventually we'll make that into a witch farm. Gotta figure out how to do that though. Alright, now let's do the other one for the amethyst geode. For the portal to the Amethyst Geode, it's going to be a little bit different. We got to actually go there and set up a portal there, and then not go through it, come back, and then dig our tunnel there, because we're not sure exactly where we want it, so we got to set it up in the spot we want. So we got to travel all the way there, brutally murder a sheep, fall in love, build a portal at the Amethyst Geode, start traveling home, fall out of love, deal with the breakup in a mature way. And now we can go dig the tunnel. So the Amethyst Geode portal is at negative 1323, negative 1086. We divide that by 8, we get negative 165, negative 136. So luckily we get to reuse part of this section of tunnel we've already dug. But this portal is a little bit further away. And then over to negative 136. Right now we can build the portal. Oh, shoot. Here we go. And now if we've done everything right, this should connect to the portal at the Amethyst Geode. Hopefully it does, because I really don't want to have to run all the way back there if I've done something wrong. Let's see. Hey, it worked. We're connected. That's awesome. Let's make sure that it connects back going back the other way. And it does. Nice. So eventually we'll probably build some sort of automatic farm at this geode cluster, and probably others if we can manage to find them. But for now, if we wind up needing more of the amethyst stuff while I'm editing videos or doing other stuff in the background, I'll just leave my I'll just chill AFK here and then harvest them every once in a while once they're fully grown and whatnot. If any of you guys follow me on Blue Sky, or you may have seen the YouTube post or whatever that I put up a few days ago, I just recently got a few new cats. They're very cute, but they did manage to knock over and break my old mic. So that's why the videos and streams stopped for a little bit, but I've got this new mic and I'm still working on tweaking the settings and whatnot, but I think I've got it pretty good. If there's any audio issues or any feedback on the audio, just let me know, because it is a brand new mic. But I think it's pretty good. I think it's better than the other one I had. It's definitely prettier, and I've got it in a spot where the cats definitely can't knock it off this time. Oh, also, this is our first pickaxe that we made. I just went ahead and eventually we'll make like a museum for like nice stuff, but we'll just have it right there for now. But yeah, if you guys have any feedback on the audio quality and whatnot, just let me know. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the next one will come out a little sooner than this one. We do streams every now and then of working on stuff in the background and whatnot. So yeah, feel free to tune into those, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.